Welcome to the Soccer Academy from the beautiful country of Portugal. Guadalajara, Mexico. Beautiful Marrakesh. Fatima, Portugal. Xochimilco, Mexico. The beautiful port city of Safi in the country of Morocco. The Soccer Academy is fun for the entire family. Come and join us. Welcome to the Soccer Academy. My name is Antonio Suave and I'm your host. Today, we're coming to you from the beautiful country of Mexico. Soccer Academy is brought to you by the folks at the Global Foundation for Peace Through Soccer, spreading a mission of peace through soccer around the world. We're now in the main square of Mexico City, and it is called El Zócalo. Behind me is El Palacio Nacional, which is the National Palace of Mexico, and it is where the President of Mexico actually lives and works. Construction here began way back in 1522 as a second residence for Hernán Cortés. We're here at the fabulous training facility of Pumas de la UNAM in Mexico City. I gotta tell you, I am so excited, and I'm also here with my man, the great goalkeeper, Gabriel Cosillo. And you know what we're gonna do to start? We're gonna have some great warm-ups right now, right? Because for soccer players, young soccer players especially, we have to learn that our body has to get warm before we go and play on the field, right?
Yes.
Especially before we shoot the ball.
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and shake and get loose. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Let's do what I call the swim drill. Yeah, there it is. Reach, 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 Gabriel. Shaking, shaking, shaking and baking. What we have to do is make sure we get a lot of little touches before the game or before the practice, right? So we can get a real good feel. So that's why I do this. Hop, 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 hop. And then increase the speed. Yep, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a real subtle touch. Back and forth, back and forth. All right. All right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on some very basic trapping drills. The first one is a front-on or head-on trapping drill. You gotta make sure that you keep the toe of your foot up and you let the ball drop. As soon as it drops, the timing is imperative. We're gonna get over the ball, trap it, and push it gently right in front of us, okay? So here's what it looks like. It's coming up. There it is. Ball is up. Yes! And notice I'm bending forward at the waist. right? I'm not bending backwards, I'm bending forward over the ball so that I have positive forward momentum. And here we go again. Ball is up, timing, and I turn. Remember, these are soft touches on the ball. We always want to make sure that our eyes are on the ball, our toe is up, and as soon as the ball hits the ground, we're pushing forward. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Soccer Academy from Mexico City. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in beautiful Mexico City. Now I'm standing in front of La Catedral. It is the main church here in all of Mexico and the head of the Archdiocese of the Catholic Church. Construction began here in 1573, and they tell me that this church was actually built upon the ruins of an ancient Aztec pyramid. In this very holy cathedral, there is a miraculous cross. It is known as La Cruz Milagrosa. Legend has it that there were two men who were enemies. The bad guy came to put poison on a crucifix of Jesus. And they say when the reverend man came to kiss the feet of Jesus, Jesus not only turned color, but he lifted his feet up on the cross. And the reverend man was saved. We're now in front of Mexico's famous Mercado de San Juan, and it's known for all of its exotic meats. Mexico's famous Mercado de San Juan has just about anything you can think of, all the way from lion meat to chocolate-covered scorpiones, scorpions. Coming here to the Mercado de San Juan is a crazy experience. And you know what? I can't help but to think of the Lion King when I look at this stand, Los Coyotes, because they have everything from jaguar meat to crocodile meat, all the way to lion meat. But I don't think I'm gonna eat that. World-class cheese. All of las frutas que están aquí. Wow, look at these colors. They're beautiful, they're magnificent. This is one of the greatest places on earth, I'm telling you. Salchichón, frutas, verduras. We got everything here in El Mercado de San Juan. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to come here and actually dribble my soccer ball around here. The time of reckoning is finally here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Can you believe that? Wow, this is amazing. Is that alive? ¿Está vivo? Whoa, man. Be careful with that, brother. Holy mackerel. Tarantula? If you don't like your scorpions and tarantulas simply fried, you can try the chocolate-covered version. That's right, and right here, they got chocolate-covered ants called chicatanas. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Mexico City. Hey, welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're coming to you from the beautiful and fantastic Pumas facility here in Mexico City. Very, very excited to be here with Mr. Raúl Alpizar. Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias a ustedes por venir, encantado de recibirlos, de que conozcan la cantera de los Pumas y siempre un placer estar con ustedes.
Sí, mucha gente en los Estados Unidos conocen bien Pumas, ¿no? Porque tenemos muchos mexicanos allá.
Y porque es un equipo grande aquí en México, que le gusta formar a los jóvenes, que tiene mucho arraigo con la comunidad universitaria, desde luego, y con los jóvenes, porque una de nuestras filosofías es eso, formar a nuestros jóvenes. Que no se levante, chaparro. Algo que defendemos mucho es esto de hecho en cantera. Esta parte de formarnos aquí en cantera, en la cantera de los Pumas, es lo más valioso y por lo que trabajamos todos los días aquí en donde ustedes están ahora.
Y yo creo que una cosa fundamental para todos los jugadores, los equipos en los Estados Unidos, ¿no? Es formar el joven, formar valores.
Claro.
¿Usted puede hablar de eso?
Para nosotros es fundamental. Nosotros representamos a nuestra máxima casa de estudios, es decir, a la Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, y tratamos de inculcar eso a todos nuestros jóvenes. Los recibimos desde los 10 años y desde luego que nos interesa que sean buenos futbolistas, a eso nos dedicamos.
¡Buena! ¡Perfecto!
Como jugador, muchas veces no tienes la percepción que tienes ahora como entrenador. Como entrenador nos damos ahora cuenta de muchos detalles que dejamos ir como jugadores y es donde ya a la vuelta de la página tratamos de enfocarnos y tener ese feeling para poderle transmitir al jugador todo eso que dejamos de hacer y que ahora a ellos enriquecerlos más para que tengan todavía mayores oportunidades.
Sabemos que no todos llegarán a ser jugadores de primera división, pero sí con esta formación podemos garantizar que sean buenos ciudadanos, que sean buenos mexicanos y que sean buenas personas para nuestra sociedad. Entonces, nosotros no solo los entrenamos dentro del campo, sino también fuera, con hábitos de estudio. Tenemos la filosofía y la obligación de que todos nuestros jugadores, aparte de entrenar, tengan que mantener su situación académica estable, bien. Claro. No les permitimos que dejen de estudiar porque para nosotros es fundamental que estén bien preparados tanto dentro como fuera del campo. Para que te acuerdes mucho de nuestros Pumas, nunca nos olvides. Esta es tu casa, un pequeño obsequio.
Qué honor.
Esto es algo muy valioso para nosotros. Es el Puma de la universidad, del Club Universidad y con mucho gusto te la
Muchísimas gracias.
Ojalá te guste.
Muchísimas gracias.
Un placer recibirte.
Un placer.
Un placer.
Muchas gracias. As you can see, Mexico City is literally teeming with people. And by that, I don't mean a soccer team, because there are many great ones here, as we know. And you know what? The city is also full of beautiful art, including that sculpture behind me by Sebastián that is called El Caballito. We're on a street called Rio Lerma here in Mexico City, and it's famous for all of the restaurants, shops, and coffee bars. However, no trip to Mexico City would be complete if we did not have los churros. Behind me is one of the most famous spots in all of Mexico City for churros. It's called Al Moro. So what do you say we go in and taste some? All right, what did I tell you? These are the greatest desserts ever. Los churros from El Moro. It is one of the greatest desserts of all time. And this is the churro with azúcar y canela, which is cinnamon and sugar. But you know what? When you're playing soccer, make sure you don't eat too many churros, just a little bit. So let's taste it. Fantástico. You gotta love it. Stay right there. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from the Pumas facility in Mexico City.
Taco campechano, sodero con longaniza. Uno de los mejores taqueros de aquí del centro histórico. Famoso local, ¿no?
Welcome back to Mexico City. Man, I am so happy and so excited. You know why? Because I'm walking on the famous Avenida Francisco y Madero. It is one of the main shopping areas in downtown Mexico City. And behind me is the monumental skyscraper known as La Latinoamericana. I am now standing on the famed Avenida de la Reforma. And in the distance behind me is the Angel of Independence. And the reason it's so important to soccer fans is because when the Mexican national soccer team wins a game, the entire city descends upon that square to celebrate. Y estábamos hablando también del fútbol femenil. ¿Me puede decir algo sobre ese tema?
Sí, nosotros hace un poquito más de 2 años se inició este gran proyecto de la Liga MX Femenil y lo mismo, ha habido una gran participación, un gran entusiasmo. Hace 2 años te puedo contar que se veían juegos con muy poco nivel, con mucho error, sí, pero era propio de una liga que iban haciendo. Hoy a 2 años de distancia, un poco más, el fútbol literalmente es otro. Ya ves a niñas mucho mejor preparadas, más capaces, físicamente cada vez mejor. Es decir, estos 2 años de trabajo sí, se notan. Los equipos, nuestro equipo siempre hace buenos torneos y en general la liga como tal, los equipos muy parejos y cada vez claro, mejorando. Se nota que estos 2 años de trabajo constante sí, nos está dando resultados. Nos falta mucho, desde luego, pero creo que con la con la voluntad de todos los equipos y desde luego de la liga,
Sí.
esto va a ir creciendo y creciendo. Y a la afición en general le ha gustado mucho el proyecto. Se ha enganchado con ellos, la ve por televisión, va a los estadios. Por la pandemia se tuvo que parar esta parte de los espectadores, pero justo la semana pasada, después de más de un año, nuestro equipo femenil ya tuvo espectadores en el estadio y esto pues las motiva mucho más, se hace un mejor ambiente. Es decir, es un muy buen espectáculo y ha crecido muchísimo en 2 años. Sigue siendo una liga muy, muy, muy joven, pero ha crecido muchísimo y nos da gusto.
Thanks for joining us here on the Soccer Academy. And remember, if you want to know more about the Soccer Academy, all you got to do is log on to socceracademy.tv. God bless you. We'll see you again real soon. Welcome to the Soccer Academy. My name is Antonio Suave, and we are coming to you from beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico. Soccer Academy is brought to you by the folks at the Global Foundation for Peace Through Soccer, spreading a mission of peace through soccer around the world. Hey guys, we're now in front of the marvelous and fantastic Estadio Jalisco. It is the second largest soccer stadium in all of Mexico. That's right. And you know what? 2 of Mexico's primary pro soccer teams actually play right here. That is Atlas in the first division and Leones Negros in the second division, otherwise known as La Liga de Expansión. Oh man, this is it. I'll tell you what, there is so much emotion. I am so happy to be right here, standing in the middle of the Jalisco Stadium, El Estadio de Jalisco. All right, here we are. If you can believe it, I'm right on the field in Estadio Jalisco. That's right, and I'm here with my friend Jair Rangel. Jair, thanks for being here, man.
Antonio,
Good to see you, brother. I know you grew up in the Escuela de Fútbol de Atlas, and then you later went on with Tecos, right?
That's right.
Okay, so what we're gonna do for all the kids at home is we're gonna start doing some exercises, right? Because we wanna make sure that when we're on the field, we warm up first, right?
Sure.
Okay,
Totally.
so here we go. Let's do what we call the European shake. Yeah, shake, shake it all out. That's right, shake it all out. And remember, we wanna bounce and have some rhythm as we're doing it, right? Let's start with some little touches on the ball. Up, 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 up. Let's use the ball in just about anything we can do, right? So let's go all the way around with the ball. There we go, our classic figure eights. All the way around, yeah. Shake it out, good stuff. All the way around. All the way around, yes. Touchdown, come all the way back. Touchdown, come all the way back. Touchdown, go right. Touchdown, go left. I'm starting to feel it now. What do you say we do some touches and go around the world, right?
Sure.
So here we go, hop, 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 around the world. Yes, there we are, baby. Around the world, and back. Around the world, yes, and back, and back, and back. Oh yeah, you got it. Way to go, brother. Now we're gonna work on trapping the ball with our instep. And it's really, really important in the game, isn't it?
It is.
Right, because the ball sometimes comes really high, or sometimes it's even just about here. And what we want to make sure that we do is cushion the ball, bring it down gently, right? It's almost like catching the ball with our laces. And we got to make sure that we're not pointing our toe up too much, because then we're going to toe the ball in the air. And that's the opposite of what we want, right? All right, so we're on our toes, we're moving lightly, and it's a gentle toss in the air, and I'm bringing my foot all the way down, right? I'm catching the ball. Yes. And then we're going to take a few steps. There it is. My objective is to cushion it completely, to bring the ball down gently. Yeah, I'm bringing it down gently, right? That's why I have to be on my toes, and my timing has to be impeccable to be able to cushion the ball and catch it. Here we go. Up and catch, and we're away. And that's the art of the instep trap. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in fantastic Guadalajara, Mexico. Here in Guadalajara is the beautiful and quaint little neighborhood known as Santa Tere, otherwise Santa Teresa. And behind me is El Mercado General Manuel Avila Camacho. Man, I am getting hungry just saying it. So why don't we go inside and see what we can eat and drink? Come on, follow me. Let's go. Here in the Mercado General Avila Camacho, everything is fresh, baby. From the red hot chili peppers, no, not the band, the hot stuff, to licuados y jugos. And what are those? Fresh, squeezed juices. Great for soccer players. What do you say we go have a drink? Come on. Hey, the time of reckoning has finally come. I get to taste one of these magnificent juices. That's right. And what I'm drinking right now is called agua de Versace, which means water of Versace. I know it sounds very fancy, but actually it's really good for your digestive system and it has lots of vitamins. And I'm here with Miss Lupita and she's going to tell us a little bit more. Hi Lupita, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. So tell us what's in this famous agua de Versace that you sell here at Tita's.
This one is made with all kinds of sprouts.
All kinds of sprouts? Yes.
7.
Green sprouts. So 7 green sprouts.
7 green sprouts.
All right.
And lemon and
Lemon
sugar.
and sugar. Oh my
That's all.
gosh, this
And
is
water.
fantastic. And water. And I'll tell you what, most soccer players want to know what they should drink to have lots of energy. And I'll bet you this agua de Versace is one of the best things that a soccer
Yes.
player can drink, can it?
Right.
All right, so you know what? I'm going to try it. Bottoms up. Thank you, Lupita.
Oh, you must. Pleasure. Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you to you.
That is one of the
That is
freshest
great, huh?
and best juices I have ever tasted.
Thank you.
God
thank
bless you. This is awesome.
Thank you. Same to you. God bless you.
Right here in the middle of the Mercado in Santa Teresita, we have toys, juguetes, and a lot of little shops. And if you think soccer players don't play with other things, you're crazy. I'll tell you what, here we have los trompos. And you know what those are? That's one of the favorite Mexican toys. It is a spinning top. Lots of Mexican kids play with it, and it is cool. And when you come here to Santa Teresita, you're gonna find a lot of little stores. As a matter of fact, Mexico is known for these little stores. They're called tienditas, little stores. That's right. As a matter of fact, on top of that, what you also have is a mentality sometimes that people talk about. It's called la mentalidad de la tiendita. And of course, everything has to culminate in beautiful music, right here in the middle of Santa Teresita. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Guadalajara, Mexico. Fantastico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico.
Nosotros en Leones Negros concebimos que el fútbol es un conducto, más no el fin, para que en las primeras etapas de la formación de la vida deportiva de un sujeto podamos contribuir a formar personas con valores sociales y personales que puedan extrapolar a su vida cotidiana. El respeto, el juego limpio, los valores, el respeto a las reglas del juego, la equidad de género, ¿sí? El compromiso, a la entrega, y que esos valores finalmente se puedan extrapolar a la vida cotidiana de los niños, en el colegio, en la calle, con los padres de familia. El respeto al árbitro como respeto al papá, el respeto al árbitro como respeto al de tránsito, y a todas las personas que están alrededor de un niño que puede tener 6 años, 17 años, y esos son los valores que nosotros transmitimos a través del fútbol como conducto para educar, para contribuir a ponderar esos aspectos extrínsecos de placer, de bienestar, de alegría, que el niño tiene que experimentar para que pueda seguir en el fútbol.
La filosofía se me hace buena, muy buena. La organización y todo, el equipo, todo el plantel, todo se me hace muy bueno. Todos los días el compañerismo, el respeto al maestro, a mis compañeros, todo viene de la mano, el deporte.
La institución y todos los profes me causan una gran confianza al jugar en este campo y pienso lograr muchas cosas grandes junto con ellos y formar un gran equipo para salir adelante y triunfar.
Entonces, en Leones Negros tenemos muy claro que el fútbol es el conducto para mejorar la calidad de vida de los niños y de las niñas que les gusta y les apasiona lo que más quieren, jugar al fútbol.
Me gusta jugar en Leones Negros porque es buen equipo, pues me gusta mucho. Mi sueño aquí, pues desde hace mucho, mi sueño era jugar aquí en Leones Negros. No sé por qué, pero me gustó el equipo porque hay buenos entrenadores y está bien. Pues a mí me gusta mucho.
con esta profesión me gustaría aspirar a muchas cosas, primeramente debutar, a hacer sonar mi nombre en todo México, si se me da la fortuna poder llegar a Europa y jugar en los grandes equipos.
Mi sueño no es levantar la Copa del Mundo, mi sueño es levantar la Champions League.
Soccer Academy.
Walking around the Santa Teresita neighborhood here in Guadalajara, I can't help but to think of the rhyme, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. And behind me is the real baker. That's right, it's one of the oldest pastry shops in all of Guadalajara called Pastelería Santa Teresita. And they make pasteles y galletas. So what do you say we go have some great homemade cookies? Yum, yum, yum. All right, now we're gonna work on one-touch drills. And they're very, very important, aren't they? Because if you can play one touch in soccer, it means you can move around the field a lot quicker, right? Because you know what? One of the greatest things they have when it comes to tactical coaching of soccer, right, is that the ball always moves faster than we can move, right? So that's why it's important that we play primer toque.
Pase de primera.
Okay, fantástico. Meet the ball and guide back gently. Good stuff. On your toes, Jair. Good stuff. Lock our ankle, and all we're doing is getting a touch on the ball. An easy touch on the ball, right. There it is. Yes, there it is. Yes, Jair. And we're guiding back. Nice touch on the ball, through to the target. Remember, in soccer, we always want to be loose and have fun, right? So let's have some fun with it. And that's why I talk about putting the right kind of mustard on this ball, right? And that means the right pacing. But again, we're on our toes and guiding the ball back. Make sure you don't pass too hard, right? Remember, pace on the ball is fundamental. And don't be afraid to take an affirmative step toward the ball. Yes. And why do we do that? We want to get a step on the adversary. So I come and meet the ball. Primer toque. Primer toque. Yes. And again. And yes. There it is. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Guadalajara, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in Guadalajara, Mexico. Life could never be complete without my fill of ice cream. That's right, all throughout Mexico, including here in the Santa Teresita neighborhood of Guadalajara, I am in front of one of the most famous ice cream shops around. It's called La Michoacana. And they have paletas, which are popsicles, nieves made of fruit, and helados made of cream. That's our ice cream. That's right. And you know what? At the Michoacana, they have just about every flavor, shape, size, and color imaginable. As I promised you, here at the Michoacana, there are all types of paletas, popsicles of different shapes, sizes, colors, and flavors. And there's even one of my favorite, the one stuffed chock full of gummy bears. Can I have one, please? ¿Puedo? Muchísimas gracias. Look at this baby, chock full of gummy bears. One of the most famous foods here in Guadalajara is something called tortas ahogadas, which actually means drowned sandwiches. For me, I say stuffed because first they're stuffed and then they're drowned in this beautiful and magnificent tomato sauce. And I'm here with the owner, Raúl Mercado. Señor Mercado, muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Y nos explique cómo se hace la torta ahogada, por favor. Okay, so a little bit of meat. Y cortamos y chopping the meat. That is a very, very, very sharp butcher's knife. Don't ever try this stuff at home. And then you take el pan and you put some sauce inside the bread. Beautiful. With the meat stuffed inside. Okay, cut it in half. This is beautiful. And now we're gonna drown that baby. Oh, okay, first some onions, of course. Okay, más o menos, so a little bit hot, that's okay. So we're gonna drown some of that on top of it. Oh, look at that baby. Oh, and some salsita, some salsa. Oh, look at that, that's fresh made. Oh, Señor Mercado es un artista. Thank you. Look at this baby, drowned and ready to eat. Thanks for joining us here on the Soccer Academy. And remember, if you want to know more about the Soccer Academy, just log on to socceracademy.tv. Because for us, soccer is always a kick in the grass. Hey, God bless you. We'll see you again soon. Welcome to the Soccer Academy. My name is Antonio Suave and I'm your host. Today, we're coming to you from beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico. Hey, the Soccer Academy is brought to you by the good folks at the Global Foundation for Peace Through Soccer. And if you want to know more about the Global Soccer Foundation, go on to globalsoccerpeace.org. Always and everywhere, they're spreading a mission of peace through soccer. Hey, hey, here with my man.
Hey.
All right, Jair Rangel, the man. You grew up in the little folks, right?
Yeah.
Of Atlas, and then you went on to Tecos,
Yeah,
right here in Guadalajara.
Yeah, both
and
of
now, how cool is it? You get to stand in the middle of this stadium. Is that the coolest thing ever, or what?
It's the best thing that could ever happen to me.
I'll bet, because you
Yeah.
grew up coming to the stadium, didn't
Yeah.
you? And as you know, Jair, every good soccer player has to stretch properly before, right? So we're gonna do a few sample stretches. What do you say?
Sure.
Okay, let's go right over left. And remember, all the way in, because what we're doing is we're practicing breathing at the same time. Yes, hold it. And then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Let's shake, shake, beautiful. Whatever we're doing to a rhythm, right? Because soccer is essentially a rhythm-based sport, right? All right, so here we go. Let's get a little torso. Yeah, there it is, nice. Little faster, little faster. Let's get some jumping jacks. Yes, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right, so here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna twist our body, twist our body, twist our body, twist our body, twist our body. Yes, keep it going. Twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. Great stuff. Now look, we're in Mexico. We gotta start speaking some Spanish here, right?
Sure.
All right, so ahora vamos a contar en español. Okay, let's take the instep, okay? Pull it back. There we are, all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? I think I'm finally feeling it. What do you think?
I'm done.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's get to our drills, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff, great stuff.
Fungiendo como centrales, aunque Angulo ya se le ve un poco más adelante. Aquí está Jairo. Jairo levanta a Quiñones. ¡Gol! ¡Atacadón de Gudiño! El 1.96 le sirve a Raúl porque el impacto había sido fenomenal. Osvaldo Sánchez por parte de Ford.
All right, as a classic follow-up to our one-touch drills, remember we were doing one-touch drills, right? As a classic follow-up, we want to work on the 1-2 pass, otherwise known as the wall pass. But what do you say here in Mexico in Spanish? How do you say it?
Pared, pared,
Pared, pared, which means wall, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Always on my toes. Remember, locking my ankle all the way through to the target. Yes, pared! Beautiful, I love it. Here we go, lock, pared! Yes!
Antonio.
Pared! Yes, nice. Yes,
Antonio.
Pared! 1-2, baby. Pared! I'm loving it. I'm loving it, loving it, loving
Antonio,
it.
Antonio.
Pared! Yes! And there it is. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in fantastic Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm now here in downtown Guadalajara, outside of the massive market called San Juan de Dios. And behind me is a church by the same name, San Juan de Dios, which means Saint John of God. And they tell me that you can find just about anything you want inside of this massive market. So let's go have a look. Right here in the Mercado San Juan de Dios, there is no shortage of fruit. As a matter of fact, it is an embarrassment of riches here in Mexico because Mexico produces some of the best fruit in the world. In fact, a lot of it is exported. Right here, we have cactus fruit, which happens to be one of my very favorites. And it grows on a cactus plant, and you don't need a lot of water. I'm here with Jocelyn, who's going to show us a little bit more about this amazing and wonderful cactus fruit. Ok, explícanos un poquito de la pitaya.
La pitaya es una fruta que se da solo 2 meses.
Solo 2 meses.
Solo 2 meses.
So you have to wait a long time to get this, right? And then you only have it for 2 months a year.
Sí. Y en todo el año Ya no vas a encontrar pitaya más que esos únicos 2 meses.
Y la gente tiene que esperar mucho y después pagar mucho, ¿no? ¿Pagar más? No, no es cara. Gracias a Dios.
Es muy difícil de conseguirla.
Sí.
Porque vienen cactus. Todo esto está lleno de espinas.
Sí, es el problema, ¿no? Because what it comes with the espinas, right? All of the thorns, so it's very difficult.
Sí, pero estas ya vienen limpias.
Yeah, sí.
Tienen espinas.
Look at this baby. But look at the amazing color. That's what's incredible to me, right? El color está fantástico.
Sí,
You know what we can use? Hay más. Pero podemos utilizar este color con las playeras de fútbol because they're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what. This, you know what? This just happens to be one of my favorites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big bite out of this, and I'll bet you this is great for soccer players as well because it gives you a lot of energy. And I hear it helps with your digestive system too. Right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, baby. One of the best I've ever had. It's the Wheel of Fortune. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it's the Rotonda. And this Rotonda is very famous because it is called La Rotonda de los Jaliscienses Ilustres, which means the Rotunda of the illustrious people from Jalisco. All right, if you can believe it, I was walking through downtown Guadalajara and guess what I found? 2 rival teams, Chivas and America. And let me tell you, these guys are gonna go at it. Pelean. Well now, careful, careful. Uh-oh, uh-oh. There it is, there it is. Who won? All right, there you have it. Chivas versus America right here in Guadalajara. Hey, I have searched long and hard. Finally, I found them. The double-decker buses right here in Guadalajara. And you know what? They do a tour around the city, and that tour is called the Tapatio Tour, right on the double-decker bus. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Guadalajara, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico. All right, just in case you thought Cinderella only lived in a storybook, I don't think that's right. And you know why? Because behind me, I think we have her horse and carriage. That's right here in Guadalajara. I'm here in Guadalajara in the middle of La Plaza de la Liberación, and that means the Plaza of Liberation. And behind me is the beautiful theater known as El Teatro Degollado, and it was founded in 1866. Hey guys, here are a couple of fun facts. Did you know that many of the things that we know as being culturally Mexican are actually from here in the state of Jalisco? And what am I talking about? I'm talking about charros, which means cowboys. I'm talking about mariachis. And of course, the soccer player Chicharito is from here. And finally, the great guitarist Carlos Santana. Oye, ¿cómo va? Qué lindo. Hey, I know I'm not good enough to be singing in here. All right, now we get to work on something really, really cool. It is called the shoulder pass. But we want to be careful, don't we?
Yeah.
Because if we use this part of the arm, it becomes a handball. And what do you call it here?
Mano.
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 Man, no mano, right?
No.
We've got to go with the shoulder, so we got to be intentional, and we got to make sure that we adjust our body properly, right? And we move into the pass. We only use this rarely in a game, and we only use it once we have perfected it. All right, that's it. I'm intentional, and I'm guiding the ball, right? I'm guiding the ball back with my shoulder. Not my hand, not my arm. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm stepping in and pushing forward. I'm always guiding the ball. All right, we're never just hitting at the ball. We're intentional in the way that we guide the ball. Sometimes we can step in, use our head, but then we go back, use our shoulder. We can step in, use our head, but then we go back, use our shoulder. Yes, sir. What do you say?
Yeah.
Guess what? We get to practice one of the coolest drills in the world right now. We get to practice one of my all-time favorites, the Cruyff turn. Named after who? The great Johan Cruyff, right? Who played for the national team of Holland. Yeah, he was one of the best. So this pass, this turn, because it can be used as a pass, it can be used as a turn, it can even be used as a shot on goal, right? Was made famous by the great Johan Cruyff, so we call it a Cruyff turn. What I'm gonna do is emulate the game situation, because I wanna take my man who's marking me, I wanna take him in another direction, right? And I wanna make him believe I'm gonna be turning to one side when I'm actually turning to another, okay? So I'm gonna make believe that I have the opponent right here at my back. So I'm gonna take him away, fake, and then I'm coming and I'm calling, yes! And I turn. And remember, everything we do is intentional and it has to be game-like, okay? So I'm taking my man, I fake, yes! There it is, it's coming. We're gonna do it again. I start from this point, go back, make it fake. Yes, here it is. Yes, I love it. Yes, I'm taking him away. Yes! Yes, I love it. When I'm turning with the ball in a tight space, the ball has got to be close to my feet, right? So here we go. Affirmative. Yes! All right, yes, come on. And there it is, inside of el Estadio Jalisco. Here in the Mercado de San Juan de Dios, they also have traditional ponchos, that's right. And they have all of the big soccer teams emblazoned upon a particular poncho. Now in the States, we sometimes call these ponchos, but really here in Mexico, they're called ponchos. And you know what? It's really heavy, so it's got to be kind of cold outside, but it's going to be great to go see a soccer game in cold weather with my poncho. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Guadalajara, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in Guadalajara, Mexico. All right, you cannot come to Mexico without looking at the piñatas. And this is a classic here in Mexico. They use it at parties and they fill this with candy and then they try to hit it while blindfolded. Isn't that right? Okay, so I'm here with Jocelyn once again, and she's going to explain to us these beautiful and wonderful piñatas because they're a little smaller than we're used to in the States, right? So here we have Paw Patrol, Pero tú me dijiste que es hecho a mano?
Sí.
Okay, so these are all made by hand. And they are beautiful, they're amazing. I can't believe the amount of detail that's on each one of these. So explícanos de este.
Esta es una muñeca tradicional.
Una muñeca. Yeah, a doll. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Su collar.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is incredible. And then the colors and everything together, only to be smashed at some point right during a party. That's the unfortunate thing. But we can also keep these things because they're really beautiful and they're made by hand.
De hecho, la usan más como adorno.
Sí. Okay, so we don't have to beat it up, right, like a regular piñata. We can actually hang it in our rooms, and we can put candy inside, and we can pick out the candy without destroying the piñata, right?
Sí.
That's what I'm talking about. I'd rather have a situation like that. All right, so when you come back to Mexico here, come and get a piñata. You've got to get one of these. Right here in the middle of Guadalajara is the magnificent cathedral. It is called La Catedral Metropolitana de Guadalajara, which means the Metropolitan Cathedral or the main cathedral of Guadalajara. And it was consecrated in October of the year 1716, if you can believe it. Hey, as a soccer player, this is what I'm talking about. I've been going around and around this massive market, the Mercado de San Juan de Dios, and finally I found it. I came upon the motherlode. That's right, las playeras, the jerseys, the soccer jerseys from here in Mexico. And here in Guadalajara, we have some of the best. There is Chivas, of course. Look at that, colorful, beautiful, with Chivas on the back. Yeah, I'm loving it. And then look at this, Club America, and even on the back they got things happening. And they also have this beautiful jersey from Leones Negros. Leones Negros actually plays in the second division here in Mexico called Liga de Expansión. And then there is this America jersey, beautiful, fantastic. And then of course comes the everlasting team, Atlas, and there it is. So you know what? Remember, if you get here to Guadalajara, come to the Mercado de San Juan de Dios and get yourself a beautiful and colorful soccer jersey. Thanks for joining us here on the Soccer Academy. And remember, if you want to know more about the Soccer Academy, just log on to socceracademy.tv. That's socceracademy.tv. God bless you. We'll see you again soon. Hey, bienvenidos! Welcome to the Soccer Academy. My name is Antonio Suave, and I'm your host. Today, we're coming to you from beautiful Xochimilco, Mexico. Soccer Academy is brought to you by the folks at the Global Foundation for Peace Through Soccer, spreading a mission of peace through soccer around the world. Throughout many of the parks here in Mexico, you'll find these beautiful and ornate gazebo structures. And in Spanish, gazebo is known as kiosco. Xochimilco is also well known because of a famous meeting between Emiliano Zapata and Pancho Villa. That's right, it took place on December 4th, 1914 during the Mexican Revolution. One came from the north, the other from the south, and they united the armies before heading in to Mexico City. The main church here in Xochimilco is known as the Cathedral of San Bernardino, or Catedral de San Bernardino, and it was actually built all the way back in 1535. Okay, we all know the importance of playing one-touch ball. First touch ball is probably the best thing you can do on a field, and being able and ready to play the ball first touch is fundamentally important. And I've got Iker and Claudia from Silver Soccer here in Xochimilco to help me out. So what do you say we start doing it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the first drill we're gonna do is basically get a couple of feet apart, and slowly we're gonna go right foot, left foot, one touch. So it looks something like this. All right, we're always ready. We're always on our toes. Deliver the ball, make sure we lock our foot. Lock your foot out. Good. Lock your foot out. Okay, excellent. Always on our toes. Notice how we're always prepared. All right, let's see Iker and Claudia do it. Also notice, whatever we do with the right, we do with the left. Remember, on your toes, always ready to receive, take a step toward the ball. Never let your opponent get a step in front of you. Stay tuned, stay right there. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from beautiful Xochimilco, Mexico. Hey, welcome back. You're watching the Soccer Academy. Today, we're in Xochimilco, Mexico. The market here in Xochimilco is not just about fruits and vegetables, it also has plenty of flowers. Let's go see. One of the things they tell me about Xochimilco is the color that's here. There are these vibrant and amazing colors everywhere. Everything from the toys to the vases and all the way to the flowers, the many, many flowers that are here in Xochimilco. I'll tell you what, if you're a soccer player, you want to keep eating as much of these greens as you can. And now, this is homemade sausage in Mexico. It's often called chorizo. And in Spain, they even say salchichón. And I am in search of the piñatas. Wherever I go, I am trying to find piñatas. Because when I find a piñata, I'll tell you, I'm ready for the celebration. And here it is. I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest piñatas I have ever seen. That thing is massive. If I bang that thing, there's gonna be a ton of chocolate that comes down. And there you have it, the wonderful mercado of Xochimilco, full of just about anything you can imagine in your life, full of fresh fruit, vegetables, and big piñatas.
Oh, nicked on cleverly at the near post and finished with certainty by Chicharito. It ends for Mexico in celebratory fashion.
Coach, most players and coaches can only dream of being a participant in a World Cup. Please tell us some of your most memorable moments from the World Cup in 2014.
Bueno, los momentos que recordamos en la Copa del 2014 en Brasil fue extraordinario. Yo creo que hay dos partidos que marcaron la diferencia del equipo mexicano. Por supuesto fue jugar contra Brasil en Brasil, con su gente, y sacamos un empate, un partido bastante disputado, bastante bien jugado. Yo creo que en el fútbol tratamos de no mezclar mucho las religiones, porque hay muchas religiones en el fútbol, pero como yo les digo a los chavos, en lo que ustedes crean, aférrense, porque al final de cuentas la fe también es importante, ¿no? Si nosotros tenemos fe en algo, yo soy católico igual que tú, y si tenemos fe en algo, seguramente vamos a ir con toda la voluntad para conseguirlo, ¿no? Sabiendo que estamos protegidos. Para mí Dios no va a estar pensando en un partido de fútbol para ayudarnos, porque también el rival se lo pide. Entonces está ocupado en otras cosas, pero sí es importante que nosotros, en lugar de pedir, ofrecemos nuestra actuación, nuestra entrega, nuestra voluntad, y que, bueno, pues después las cosas en la cancha saldrán solitas, ¿no? Y que Dios disponga a quien le tocó ir mejor. Pero yo creo que sí es importante que alguien tenga fe y que, por supuesto, se manifieste con ella, ¿no? Muchas gracias a ti. También para mí es un honor estar contigo. Saludos y saludos allá a todos los chavillos. Gracias.
Stay tuned because we'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Xochimilco, Mexico. Hey, welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're coming to you from Xochimilco, Mexico. All right, the third drill we're going to do for one touch is going to be one man around the cones. So you're going to be running backwards and coming to offer the ball. First with your right and then with your left. Remember, whatever we do with the right, we have to do with the left. Comes to it, and then little by little what we're going to do is increase the speed. Everything is one touch. Great stuff, Pika. There it is. How about two more? One, excellent. Last one, yes! Okay, Claudia, show us how to do it. Notice she's always taking positive steps toward the ball. Come and meet the ball. Remember, in the back of your head always has to be the understanding that I've got to take a positive step toward the ball. And remember, lock your ankle out. It's got to be a locked ankle so that you get a nice push on the ball and you get enough mustard on it. Excellent, great stuff, Claudia. Keep coming, pick it up. Two more, here we go, one more, last one, sprint, yes! Excellent, well done, guys. Well done. Here in Xochimilco, there is a third division team called Silver Soccer Cuervos. And on that team is Carlos Soto, who was actually born in the Los Angeles area, but is now playing here in Mexico. Carlos, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
It's good to see you.
You too.
So tell us a little bit about your story. You were born in the Los Angeles area.
Born in Los Angeles, played there pretty much all my life. And
played a little bit with the Galaxy.
Yeah, with Galaxy, Barca Academy.
Awesome.
So it was difficult getting started here in Mexico. The technical game over here is completely different than the United States. In Mexico, it's touch, touch, touch. How fast can you think without the ball?
Right.
And know where you're going to go before you receive it.
One of the things we tell our young players is the ball moves a lot faster than your legs, right?
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about that and what you think about one-touch quick soccer.
I think it's the most beautiful thing you can see in the game.
Amen. Amen.
It's the most beautiful thing because at the end of the day, you're a team.
Right.
There's no individuals in soccer.
Thank you, and God bless you, brother. God bless you. Xochimilco is known for so many beautiful things, including these colorful boats known as trajineras. These colorful boats are everywhere in the Xochimilco-Cuemanco district. That's right, and right now I'm in a place called El Embarcadero de Cuemanco. And Mexican families actually come here on the weekends and they rent these boats for about 500 pesos. That's roughly $25. They come here, they eat on these boats, drink on these boats, and have big parties. Fiestas grandísimas. Here in the Cuemanco district, there are a lot of lovely little shops. As a matter of fact, because we're facing the colorful boats, they have these handmade crafts that are just spectacular. And you know what? When you buy one, they even paint your name on it. So I think I'm gonna buy a few of them so I never forget where I came. I'm here with my man Esteban. He's the owner of this BC taxi here in Xochimilco. Esteban, gracias, muchas gracias. Estamos aquí. All right, and you know what? The BC taxi is a safe and environmental way to go around the city of Xochimilco. So what do you say we have a ride? Vamos? Vamos. Okay, let's do it. Vamos a dar una vuelta. Let's go have a ride. Come on. That was one heck of a ride on the BC Taxi. Remember, when you're here in Xochimilco, come and have a ride on the BC Taxi and look up my man Esteban. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Xochimilco, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in Xochimilco, Mexico. I am here with Iker Carrasco, who is the captain and the central defender of Xochimilco's team, Silver Soccer Cuervos. Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It's great to be here with you. So you are the central defender. You're also the leading goal scorer. And I understand you have quite a few goals with your head as well.
Yeah, I am the captain. That it's a responsibility that represents much for me because I have to set the example to my teammates. I have to be the first in everything. So I like to have that kind of responsibility. In order to be a professional player, I think you have to take care of yourself in every aspect, every single second of your life. Because it's not just what you play in the pitch, but also is what you eat, how you sleep.
I'm here with the director técnico, Marco Saavedra. Bienvenido, señor Saavedra.
Bienvenido.
Muchísimas gracias. Díganos un poquito de la Escuela de Fútbol Cuervos aquí.
Bien, es una escuela formativa.
Sí.
Tenemos desde las edades tempranas, de 5 o 6 años en adelante hasta una tercera división, que es hasta los 20 años. Se trata de dar a los niños principios y elementos relacionados con el fútbol.
Yo vi que hay un equipo femenil también, está
Claro.
creciendo,
Claro.
¿no? El fútbol femenil aquí.
Sí, de hecho, a partir de que se organizó la Liga Femenil
Sí.
en México,
Sí.
hay un auge en las niñas por el fútbol.
I'm here with Claudia Melgar in the Xochimilco Club of Cuervos, but she also plays with the U19 team of Pumas. Claudia, thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you for having me here.
When you started at 6 years old, did you think that you would excel at the game of soccer?
Actually, no. I played like I should do some sports. I can keep entertained and just
And
play.
stay in shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, and have some fun?
But I started getting much and more interest in soccer,
Uh-huh.
I haven't stopped.
Do you think that there are still issues with respect to women playing soccer? Is there a bit of a negative stigma, you think?
Yeah. I think that still here women's soccer is seen as something like doesn't matter as,
Right.
as much as the boys
Right.
soccer. And I think that that's not good because women are improving really good in
Yeah,
soccer
very
now.
fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
growing so much here,
Right.
but there are some people that still don't like women's soccer and think that women should not play. And I think that's not good. We're
Yeah.
not getting
Right.
that support that
So there are
we
some of
should.
those cultural
Yeah.
elements, right, at play. I know that there are a lot of women that are playing soccer here that look to the United States for a scholarship or to go to school and play soccer.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for a scholarship because lots of girls that have played in NCAA soccer
Yep.
play here in the Mexico League.
Wow, that's not a bad trajectory,
No,
right?
it's really good, actually.
Not a bad path. Hey, I want to say thank you because you are awesome and
Thank
you're a
you.
great role model to all of the young girls out
Thank
there.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
God
you
bless
so
you.
much
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Thanks for joining us here on the Soccer Academy. And remember, if you want to know more about the Soccer Academy, just log on to socceracademy.tv. God bless you. We'll see you again soon. Bienvenidos! Welcome to the Soccer Academy. My name is Antonio Suave and I'm your host. Today, we're coming to you from beautiful Coyoacan, Mexico. Soccer Academy is brought to you by the folks at the Global Foundation for Peace Through Soccer, spreading a mission of peace through soccer around the world. All right, today we're going to work on the back pass. It's also called the blind pass, but we have to be very careful when we do it because it has to be very precise. All right, let's go. In this particular back pass, we're going to use the heel of our foot, right? So we're going to be crossing over using the heel. We want to be careful on the back pass, right? Yeah. There are different forms, different styles, different types. In this particular back pass, what we're going to do is we're going to take the opponent in one direction, back pass with our heel by stepping over. So we have to make sure everything is congruent, right? Okay. All right, lined up. And then it's the back pass, and it's almost the blind back pass because I got to be able to see you on the periphery of my eye. Yeah. And I've got to perfect this type of pass because this is one of the more dangerous things, particularly if you're closer to your goal. You probably don't want to do this, right? Let's do it. Here we go. All right, so as you'll notice, little touches, my laces, my laces, my laces, my laces. I see you. Back pass and return. Yes, that's it. I'm envisioning the opponent in front of me. So slowly advancing the ball. Back pass, yes, yes. And remember, precision is our key. So I have to have a wide view of where everyone is at. Yes, 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 yes. Yes! And here it is. Beautiful. I'm loving it. The architecture here in Coyoacan is absolutely stunning. In fact, it looks a lot like Europe, and it's full of quaint little shops, restaurants, and coffee bars.
I have to say that this is one of the prettiest villages I have seen so far here in Mexico. Its outdoor cafes and restaurants rival anything that I've seen anywhere throughout Latin America and Europe. Parrilla, pasta, and pizza. That's a great combo. That's the Italian-Mexican combo. All this walking and talking has made me very hungry, yes. And even though we as soccer players have to be careful with what we eat, we don't want to pass up the churros here in Coyoacan. Muchísimas gracias. Sí, gracias. Churros, come on, baby. Churros are traditional desserts here in Mexico, not just here in Coyoacan, but all throughout the country. Muchísimas gracias, muchas gracias. And here's what they look like.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Coyoacan, Mexico. Hey, hey, welcome back. You're watching the Soccer Academy. Today, we're in Coyoacan, Mexico. Here in the center of Coyoacan is the home of two of the world's most famous artists, Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera. Baby, you got to appreciate the coffee here in Coyoacan. And right behind me is the famous Café Negro. What do you say? Vamos a tomar un cafecito. Let's go get a coffee. Come on.
There are three things that are very important here in Coyoacan, and that is family, friends, and food. What else do you need? I guess it's soccer. Coach Miguel, you are the former coach of the Mexican national team, La Selección Mexicana. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Bueno, ser técnico de la selección mexicana, pues es yo creo que lo que más aspiramos los técnicos mexicanos en su momento, ¿no? Llegar a la selección, dirigir la selección en un mundial es algo extraordinario. Yo creo que cualquier técnico pues tiene ganas de dirigir a su selección de su país, y más cuando lo haces en un mundial, es una experiencia y lo tendré siempre en mi mente, ¿no?
What are some of the primary differences between coaching and playing?
La diferencia de ser técnico a ser jugador pues es abismal, es completamente opuesta. El jugador pues llega a entrenar, ve el entrenamiento, hace lo que el técnico le dice, o las propuestas, o su trabajo físico de fuerza, y después se va a su casa a tener un descanso imaginario, alimentarse bien, pero tienen su día libre, y el técnico es... Yo creo que eso es muy importante, que los niños hoy, los jóvenes, crezcan con un ideal, sí, pensando en que tiene que ser sano, pensando en que su vida tiene que ser sana, que su mente tiene que estar pensando en cosas buenas para no distraerse e irse por los malos lugares donde no tiene que estar. El mejor consejo que le puedo decir a los jóvenes es que se dedican al deporte, al que culturalmente son mucho mejores, son más eficientes en la cancha. Muchas gracias a ti, también para mí es un honor estar contigo. Saludos y saludos allá a todos los chavillos.
Gracias.
Hey, welcome back. You're watching the Soccer Academy. We're coming to you from beautiful Coyoacan, Mexico.
Cuando yo recibo acá el embolsamiento, mira, hago saque boliche, me voy acá y de aquí voy a la chique. ¿Ok? ¿Cómo se?
We're here with my good friend Alfonso Carrasco, and he is the president of the Fluminense soccer team here in Mexico City. Alfonso, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Okay, Alfonso, I know that behind us right now we have all of your goalkeepers. Can you tell us a little bit about your goalkeeping school?
Claro que sí. Nuestra escuela empieza con el proyecto desde un principio de darles un espacio a los porteros. Los porteros es prácticamente la única posición que requiere de un entrenamiento especial. Entonces ellos vienen a trabajar un día adicional a lo que es la carga de entrenamiento. Ahora, algo muy importante de los porteros. El portero, cosa que es muy importante que lo sepamos, es el único jugador capaz de ver a todo el equipo.
Eso
¿Okay?
sí, eso sí.
Entonces, eso le da a él la posibilidad de dirigir, de anticipar la jugada.
Anticipar la jugada.
Anticipar la jugada.
Es muy importante.
Es muy importante.
Sí,
es ganarle segundos al rival. Así es que en nuestra escuela trabajamos mucho ese proceso.
Y se dice también leer la cancha.
Leer
el juego.
Leer el juego, claro.
Un pasito más, vamos a bailar. Un pasito más, bueno para gozar. Un pasito más, vamos a bailar. Un pasito más,
This reminds me a lot of Daniel Tiger's neighborhood. There are these beautiful, colorful trams right here behind me in the center of Coyoacan. All right, now comes my all-time favorite, the double-decker bus. That's right, they ain't just in London, they're right here in Coyoacan. So let's go have a look, come on. Oh, I don't even know if you can believe this, but I am standing right in front of the world-famous Aztec Stadium known as El Estadio Azteca. That's right, and there were two great World Cups here. One in 1970, starring Pelé, that's when Brazil won, and the other in 1986, featuring the great Diego Maradona. And of course, Argentina was the victor. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Right here in front of El Estadio Azteca, we've got all of the playeras. ¿Qué son las playeras? What are they? The shirts from the different teams here in Mexico. And I am so excited because I get to come here and buy lots of soccer souvenirs. There are so many beautiful churches here in Mexico, it's hard to keep track. Here in the Benito Juarez district of Mexico City, I'm in front of the beautiful church of St. John the Evangelist. Let's go see it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Coyoacan, Mexico. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. Estamos en Mexico. We're now in front of the Church of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is also known as La Basílica de la Virgen de Guadalupe. Behind me is the very first basilica. In fact, it is the original basilica. It was right here on Tepeyac on December 12, 1531, that Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared to San Juan Diego. When Our Lady appeared to San Juan Diego, she instructed him to carry roses inside of his tilma. When San Juan Diego brought those roses to the local bishop and emptied his tilma, that's when the image became evident. Our Lady of Guadalupe actually appeared 4 different times to San Juan Diego. Those were known as the apparitions or las apariciones. Here in Mexico, they still practice the ancient Mesoamerican game known as ulama or juego de pelota.
Para nosotros este juego tiene más de 3.500 años de antigüedad. Aquí les presentamos esta pelota, está hecha artesanalmente con la receta antigua, pesa 3 kilos de peso, es de hule macizo, los jugadores nada más le podemos pegar con la cadera.
Al principio me daba miedo a la pelota y ya después no le tuve miedo.
Me gusta jugar porque Así me vuelvo un poco más fuerte y me divierto.
Este juego se preservó en el actual estado de Sinaloa por varias familias y pues gracias a estas personas fue que se preservó. Esta pelota representa el sol, el movimiento en el astro y los jugadores representan esas fuerzas que se entregan, que son complementarias como el día, la noche, el fuego, el agua.
A mí me gusta el juego de pelota porque yo creo que es, aparte de ser un deporte que trabaja todo el cuerpo, todo nuestro cuerpo, toda nuestra mente y hasta nuestro espíritu muchas veces participa.
A mí lo que me gusta del ulama es que de convivir con las personas y que lo jugaban los ancestros.
Lo que más me gusta del ulama es que puedo expresar lo que siento y a la vez saber qué hicieron mis antepasados.
Thanks for joining us here on the Soccer Academy. And remember, if you want to know more about the Soccer Academy, all you got to do is log on to socceracademy.tv. God bless you. We'll see you again soon.